And I've known her dad for 20 years. Garden hoses are expensive. A good rubber quality garden hose will easily set you back $40 or more. This was the first ever no kink metal garden hose from the folks at Bernini. We offered it for the very first time in spring, and I happened to be the host able to launch it. A pair of scissors will break when trying to cut it. Look at this. That's a cutting wheel. This thing will not rust. It is of the highest quality stainless steel. You get great water pressure, and I'm telling you, it'll be the last hose you ever need to buy. We went on the air in early spring. We had 8,000 of them. They sold out in a matter of a couple moments.
Exactly.
I want to introduce you to John Yeiser. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you very much. Good, thank you.
Your daughter is actually the one who came up with this idea.
We were trying to come up with a new hose, and I was trying to figure out how do we make one that doesn't pop and blow up and burst and puncture.
Right.
She said, Dad, let's just make it out of metal. And so we set off to create the first metal garden hose.
Well, I've seen copies. I've seen a lot of knockoffs, but there's nothing like this. First time it was on the air, 8,000 of them sold. I've got 5,000 that were brought back into the inventory. John's a small family-owned business. Takes him a while to do this. Look how flexible this is.
Well, that's one of the key things is you get all the strength, except what people don't realize
less
is
than half the weight of a rubber 50-foot hose.
It's significantly more flexible than any hose you'll ever buy, which means it's easy to get around your yard, easy to pull through the garden, and easy to wind up at the end of the day.
The thing I notice most is that I get maximum water pressure.
Correct.
You're going to get a 50-foot length hose, and by the way, it's compatible with other hoses, or you can obviously pick up multiples. It will work with things like your roller stands.
It works with any garden hose reel, anything like that.
But the biggest complaints with garden hoses are they're heavy. That's number one.
That's number one. And
kinks. If you get a single kink and you lose all your water pressure, how many knots did you tie?
Right there. Grab the end of that right there.
Oh, this is funny.
I want you to pull tight.
How much time did you spend knotting this? Look
a lot of hoses say that they're kink-free. Okay, I'll challenge that. This is the only hose that's truly, truly kink-free. You cannot kink it. Now, I want you to pull it tight right there. We've got as many kinks as we can get into it. But the key thing is, watch this. Not only do we have it all kinked up, but we haven't lost any flow. So you get all the high pressure, no matter how much you kink it. We're not losing any water pressure. It doesn't matter. You just physically cannot kink this hose. And look at all the kinks that we have running through this hose. I mean, if you run down, there's probably, what, 20 of them on there, do you think, Dan, if you look at all those? There's a lot.
It just comes down to it's a better hose. Now, by the way, if you've ever bought a gooseneck lamp, you know how expensive they are. This is the finest quality stainless steel. It will not rust. It's a steel hose that still weighs about half as much as a 50-foot rubber hose. Here's the problem with rubber hoses. When rubber hoses are out in UV radiation, that's sunlight, the molecules actually separate. It's called plasticizer migration. This could very well be the very last hose you ever need to buy. It's compact and you cannot kill it.
You can't. It's UV resistant, just like you said, because it's made of stainless steel. It reflects the rays of the sun. But the best part is not only are we flexible, we have a bed of nails here, okay? We're putting it in the bed of nails to show one point only, is that if you were to drag this around your yard, I mean, it's pushing the nails out of the way right here. So we have a bed of nails right here, and we're still able to flow the water right through this hose, and we're not losing any pressure, we're not getting any leaks. And it comes with the multi-function spray nozzle.
Right.
It comes with billet aluminum, machined aluminum connectors.
Which means if you accidentally run over it with the lawnmower or something like that, or the tractor, you don't crush it.
Exactly.
I tried to buy this the first time that you were on the air with me, and it sold out so quickly, I couldn't even get it. Now, I ran over a garden hose with a lawn tractor after spending $39 on a rubber hose, and it was wasted in a day.
Well, it probably looked like that or worse.
Yep. You cannot cut. In fact, you'll probably break your scissors trying to cut this stainless steel hose.
Well, that's the thing is, right now, obviously you're not going to take scissors to a regular hose, but just to show you the scissors, they do cut. Sharp objects around your yard will cut. The metal garden hose, it watches the scissors, it bends the scissors, okay? It's just to show you that when you take it around, you don't have to worry about scraping up the side of your house, or you don't have to worry about actually like if you were to pull it across thorn bushes and thorns or something like that. It's a non-issue.
I'm just happy that this thing doesn't kink. Because I always have to go around the corner of my garage to wash my RV.
Take a look at this. UV resistant, okay? This is what you mentioned. It literally, you can leave it outside,
By the way,
it's irrelevant.
Also strangely always cool to the touch.
And the reason is it reflects the rays of the sun. Because normally what would happen is regular hoses, they're green, they're black, they're red, they absorb the energy of the sun and actually get hotter. This actually reflects the rays and stays cooler than other hoses.
That makes perfect sense. And the flexibility, you got to see this. Here, you hold on to that. I'll have some fun. This thing If you've ever dragged a garden hose around a yard, this thing, you cannot get caught up on anything.
Isn't that wild?
It is absolutely the most flexible garden hose that you will ever see.
You can't do that with a regular garden hose.
Oh, good
they
gosh,
kink
no.
up. They get, especially if they sit for a while, they got those permanent kinks in them.
Yep.
This will never get a permanent kink. It'll always stay flexible just like this. And with stainless steel, this is like the material that's in your kitchen when you have stainless steel. It's in a garden hose now.
It won't rust.
Exactly.
Now, by the way, there are different levels of stainless steel. This is what's called, where'd he go? It's 304, right?
Correct. So 304 is one of the highest grades of stainless steel. Now, we have been copied.
Rust.
We've been copied
I
since
agree.
then.
Yep.
The copies have come out with a lower grade. They will rust. They will deteriorate over time.
And they bend.
And
This product is superior. How old was your daughter when she came over with this house?
Actually, it was only about a year ago. So she's actually 23.
Okay.
And she said, we want to make it out of metal so it won't puncture.
But I've known John for 20 years. And I won't embarrass you, buddy, but you're a brilliant inventor. And to see your daughter.
That's her right there.
To see her embracing this concept of how do I make the world better?
Exactly.
By making products that last longer. You're going to spend the same amount of money for a rubber hose that you'll be disappointed with. This thing is so
Look how easy it is to wind
away.
up. And it's so lightweight to carry around. You can put it RVs, boats, anywhere you want to put it. Fence posts, don't worry about them. Just drag the hose across it.
Yep.
Sharp objects, don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt them.
We're coming into fall. It's time to get out there. Water. That was the funniest demonstration.
Yeah, and it's just to show. And again, high pressure, high flow. It's out of all the metal hoses out there right now, it's the highest flow one out. You get all the performance, all the longevity out of it. It's the best hose out you can get.
I can't argue that point. I really can't. I think the man found a superior approach.
Look how nice it is.
This thing folds up so easily that you can put it in just a small pot. We're in the fall. We're going to be watering. I just planted grass seed.
Correct.
And so we're going to be using, and all the things that you attach to a hose, this fits a standard hose.
It does.
It's metal, but it weighs half as much as your rubber hose.
Now, one of the things that's really nice is how convenient it is. I want you to take the end of this hose,
Sure.
pull it out that way a little bit. Now watch.
You ready?
The thing is, what's nice about it is, look, the hose reel is staying where it's supposed to be. And the reason is, it's so flexible.
Smoother, easier,
normally,
and more flexible.
If it was a rubber hose, this thing would be coming after you right now. The whole reel would chase after you.
Right.
Okay? Now, watch what happens. We have, I think, 150 feet of hose on here. Watch how easy I can wind up the hose you just pulled out. It's that easy to do.
It's also a cleaner hose, by the way. Your hands don't get as dirty.
And look at it, it's so easy to do. It just winds up like that. You can wind your hose up easier. We have 150 feet on. You can link them together. And that's one of the keys to the hose reel is that the hose and the hose reel is super easy to use.
It's kind of the better mousetrap of lawn and garden. So you're looking at something that you're going to buy one time, never have to replace. You don't cut your water flow off because it will not kink.
It can't. Look at all the kinks that we have in here.
I didn't even count how many you did.
I think there's got to be 20 of them. Okay, and the thing is, all other hoses, they say kink free, they say kink this, all
but
that.
they still kink.
I mean, we physically cannot kink. Go ahead and pull it tight. We want to make these knots as tight as we can get them. I'll turn it on, and we're not losing any water pressure.
And you get the nozzle, by the way.
All the flow, all the water pressure. Even with all of the knots that are tied in this hose, it physically cannot kink or shut the water flow down.
Now, by the way, the other factor is after the show, it'll take about 2-3 minutes to get all of those kinks completely out.
Oh, they just unwind.
Yeah, they just unwind.
Exactly.
It's a better garden hose. Now, think of all the times, for gardening, everything involves a hose.
It does, and this is one of the key things. The hardest thing to deal with is the difficult to move them around your yard. It's really easy. You don't have to worry about thorns in your yard, pops, punctures from fabric hoses. It won't pop. It's kink-free, kink-resistant. The knots just come undone. Easy to wind up and coil, easier than any hose you'll ever do. Store it in any location because it's very lightweight. You do not have to worry about any sharp objects around your yard. Even scissors won't cut it. It bends the scissors out of the way. We have an industrial strength grinder here just to show you. Yeah. It is strong, okay?
But don't wait on this. First time that John and I were on the air, this thing blew out of here. Now that was in the spring, but it's hard to get big quantity. We brought in 5,000 pieces. This is your chance to get it if you've been waiting on it. It very well may be the very last hose that you ever have to purchase. It's about the same price as a 50-foot rubber hose.
But made of stainless steel.
And we're looking at truly an exceptional quality. Congratulations
Thank you very much.
To your daughter as well.
Thank you.
Continued success with what you do, John.
Thank you.
Very cool. Try this. I think you're going to be thrilled. Katie is standing by. We're going to give you another quick look at our today's special value.
Well, yes, we are. Thank you very much, Dan. Think about what are you looking for in a pair of shoes. You want a shoe that's comfortable, right? Because if it's not comfortable, we're not going to wear it. Our today's special value, comfortable. Of course, we want shoes that are cute because you want them to be able to look good. These are wonderful leather, burnished toe, really fun suede plaid details as well. And then you think about it, you want a shoe that's versatile. This booty is, because from your leggings to your little dress to your favorite pair of jeans, and we're talking skinny jeans to boot cut, they will absolutely go. The thing is, you're not going to find them anywhere else but right here at QVC, and today we have them as our very best value of the day.
Earth's roots began when Anne Calso, a Danish yoga instructor, created shoes that were built from the ground up. Today, Earth is a family of brands with Anne Calso's core beliefs in ground-up comfort, the foundation of every style. Feel great all day, every day. Earth Brands footwear. Walk tall, proudly, and comfortably. Walk your world.
Earth Brands
On the
is
road or
all
in
about
gym?
wellness. And when you think about wellness, doesn't that seem like something that would be a great idea to do for your feet? Because let's face it, it starts from the bottom up. If you've been wearing uncomfortable shoes, you know how